here, Jen here. Please forgive me, and I'm only saying this for the sake of how this comes across. I've been dealing with some head issues, and I'm walking to and from work in this cold 3 to 4 days a week, so I'm pretty exhausted, and I've pushed myself to my limits at this point. So I want to go over something about discernment real quick. So somebody asked me if I could switch today, and I've already got it, and I'm going to be brief because I'm in a hurry. So somebody asked if I could switch, and I don't work nights because I walk and it's cold and it's dark. But I already caught on to the fact that they send this one girl to ask me things when they want me to do whatever, when they want me to say yes, because she's the goody one, or seems like the sweet one, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not saying she's not. I'm just saying this is how children work. I'm a mother. I know how they operate. And that's why I'm saying all this is led by the generation younger than us that's not quite ready to take over yet. Please forgive me. These headaches are too much. So, and then I didn't answer because I didn't see it right away. And then she changed and was like, well, never mind, so-and-so will switch with me. And then it was, well, never mind, she actually can't. She can switch with you, and then you'll switch with me. So right away, my antenna's up because I'm like, okay, this is how Florida went. One day I'm getting a free trip to Florida, then I gotta pay, then we're not going, then we're going again. It's the only way they can manipulate your life and operate around you. And yes, it's secret societies, but there's so much more and less than what you've been told. So I'm not going to dwell on that. I'm just going to dwell on basic discernment for when you're being lied to and deception. So I go in for this person against my better judgment because I already knew something was up. And I'm not feeling well, and I don't work nights because of what I already stated. And I go in. Already, I see I've been lied to because we're all three there. All three of us who were going to switch. And I'm like, I am here at the right time, right? Mind you, I've talked to my boss aside. I've told her kind of what I think's going on with my head, which I'm not going to announce to anybody. It's nobody's business. The goal was to redeem myself, to challenge myself, to push myself, to show my husband, you know what? I am not as healthy as you think I am, but I'll be darned if I'm going to let you just act like you're saddled with me. And see, because the thing with the secret societies, you get rid of your first wife and you enjoy your life with your second wife, the younger wife, right? When you're a little calmed down and that one is wanting to be spoiled. I don't know how. Again, I've just seen it play out around me over and over and over again. And I know younger girls don't want to hear this. And girls my age probably say, well, you were never a girl's girl. That's right, I wasn't. I wasn't allowed to be. I wasn't allowed to form lasting relationships or bonds with anyone else other than him. That's how abusers work. They isolate you. They seclude you. If you don't have drama in your family, they stir it up so that they are the only ones you have and so that you're relying upon them. This should start to sound familiar because the relationship we are in with our government right now is much the same. But moving back to work. So a little bit of time goes by and somebody else comes in. And they're already acting like they don't want me there, pushing me out of the way, not letting me work. And I'm like, you know what? I can go home. Because I already see I've been flim-flammed. You guys are... Basically, my husband wants time alone with one of his side pieces. So they switched shifts on me. And how do I know this? And how would everybody be involved? Because when you have a network of people, everybody is involved, right? And I'm not the only one they do this to. I'm just one of the ones who caught on because I was raised in a house with bad actors, worse actors than you could imagine. So anyway, this young man that comes into work says to me, oh, when are you leaving? And I'm like, okay, well, since you're acting like I have a choice, I said, I don't know, I haven't decided. What other job would I just be able to make my own schedule and do what I want and come and go as I please if either I'm the owner, right? Or somebody I know is the owner and likes to get me out of the house so that they can do whatever it is they're going to do. And I already know the person that I've been told that owns the establishment is not actually who owns it. And again, I'm not defending myself anymore. Nobody has to believe me. This is for documentation purpose. And in case any other women stumble upon it, you can't allow, just because someone says you're crazy or because someone points at a duck and calls it an elephant, you don't just believe them because it come out their mouth. Like, we're really at a point here where we're not asking questions at all. Like, we just assume people are telling us the truth. So he asked me what time you leave, and I said, I don't know. Why do you want to know? Well, I was thinking of going to Burger King. I said, I don't care. Go to Burger King if you want. I'll wait till you get back either way. Well, needless to say, Burger King never come up, and then I got a text from the pseudo spouse talking about, whatever, it hurts me that you never trust me. Dude, again, if you were anyone else, maybe I'd believe you, but this is what they do. It's the passive aggressive, and then it's the guilt trip. Well, maybe I was wrong. And then you're second guessing yourself and your gut instincts and your intuition that every man, woman, and child is born with. Sound familiar? Again, it should, because it's our government. Some of us just know something about that because we've been in one-sided abusive relationships where people abuse the quote-unquote power they have above you. Like love. They will guilt trip you until you do what they want you to do because you don't love me anymore. Or maybe I'll end myself because you don't love me anymore. Well, if you don't do what I want you to do, I'm going to hurt someone that you love. Remember one time, and then I'll end this because you can say, well, you're just a Karen. And, you know, maybe these other women are right. And, you know, who cares if he has his fun, this, that, or the other. Whatever you might say. One time when I was leaving him, because he was doing a highly addictive substance right out in the open, in the yard for whomever to walk by and see, I decided pretty much right then and there that I was going to leave. And he said that if I did not want any trouble for my mother and sister when they got there, that right then and there I would get on my knees and service him. Who does that? What kind of foul people would manipulate situations to go along with someone who does things like that? Start asking the right questions and stop believing everything people tell you just because they tell you or just because you love them. And then when you do question them because something just doesn't ring right for you, you shouldn't have to explain yourself for asking a question. Doesn't mean you're accusing anybody of anything. You're trying to seek out more information. That's why you're asking questions. If you were accusing, it wouldn't end with a question mark, would it? Please start thinking. Because again, I put myself at risk and I'm already a laughing stock and people already do these things to me. And worse, things that I don't talk about. Because I talk about all this. I mean, I had to ruin my main channel just to shake some of them loose, but I'm not going to do that again. If this dude wants to be with someone else, he can be a real man like other people. But that's just it. You see, they hijacked the 33 because they're not men. They're not human, and they're not of mankind. And any part of them that was human left a long time ago. So yeah, when that young man at work asked me, he said, do you want me to go to Burger King? Because well, you always say I should share if I don't have enough for the whole class. Right then, as soon as somebody actually behaves well, like you taught them or whatever, like as soon as somebody's showing you respect when they never did before, there's something wrong. You're being love bombed for a reason. And usually that reason is to hide things. So this guy, my guy, thinks he's got skills. Man, I'm a mother. I raised two of our children, and I was raised by a very nasty, nefarious being. I won't even say individual. Being, who I'm pretty certain was not my mother. So bring it. Because I tell you what, I'm going to scare you more than you're going to scare me. I got the most high on my side. And so do you, gang. We don't need this gobbledygook, and why are we accepting it like it's legit? Just because somebody says, I'm offended you didn't believe me. Okay, now that you've deflected, can you please answer my real question? Right? Don't let yourselves be distracted. And if you missed yesterday's video, you might want to check it out. All right, thanks for being here with me. I am out if I can figure out how to end the